everyone, and welcome back to Unlimited Blade Works Episode 1. I almost said Episode 2, but it's confusing. Well, it's not that confusing. There was an Episode 0. But it is confusing because Episode 0 was just an Episode 1. It didn't feel like an Episode 0. Anyway, it was incredible. Episode 0 was so fucking good. I've already rewatched it once, and I only saw it like a couple days ago. I'm doing what I did with Fate Zero, where like I'm loving it so much that I'm watching it in my free time, you know, like I get free time and I'm like, oh, I could play a game or something, but then I'm like, no, I just want to watch some Fate. But this time I actually like looked at my schedule. I was like, I could record a video right now, and I was like, oh, I just want to record Fate, but no, I should probably record like a video that, like, whatever the next video coming up in my schedule is. And I checked my schedule, and every single day's video that is coming up is a live show that only comes out on that day. And so I was like, I can't do that today, I can't do that today, I can't do that today, I can't do that, I can't do that. Okay, then the next one is Fate. So I'm recording this like 5 days in advance, that I need to, but it is actually the next video that I can record right now. So I'm looking forward to it. Although I feel like in all likelihood during this season I'm gonna do the same thing as I did when I was watching Fate Zero, which is I'm just gonna have cravings, I'm just gonna record it in advance, and then I'm probably gonna just upload it to my Patreon account super early, because I'm not gonna hold on to it, because I'd rather just put it right up. So it's possible I get through this series even like a lot faster than I did Fate Zero, and that it'll just be up on my Patreon. Like, you know, we might get to the point where I'm 20 episodes ahead on Patreon. So yeah, anyway, keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I'm super excited to jump into this. Last episode, we got introduced to Reen and Archer, as well as a new Lancer that I don't think we have the name of yet. And Saber's there. Sakura's there. Shiro is there, but he is dead? No, he wasn't. He was revived. I think he was revived by Reen. I think he summoned Saber, because Saber was there at the end. So we don't know much. Like, we don't know who Lance's master is, and we don't know much about the other servants or anything yet. So I'm really curious to jump into this. Make sure to support this video if you can. I'm in small channel, so every little bit helps on these reactions. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I'm pretty sure my Fate reactions don't tend to get that much attention, but the people who do watch it also seem to really like it. So I'm not planning to stop this show on my channel, even if it's not getting a crazy amount of views. Because, I mean, look, we only have one season of this left, and I'm going to be rushing through it. It'll be great. Anyway, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Episode 1. Let's jump into it. Here we go. Is this the aftermath of Fate Zero? I think it is, because this is the kid. I mean, this is Shiro. But this is before he had rubble fall on him, or after? Because if it was after, Kiritsugu should be with him, right? Yeah, this is before. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, look at this shot. Okay, so I think we're probably going to be following him as the protagonist in this episode. Sakura. Shiro. I've been calling him Shiro.
I'm sorry.
For so long.
Time to wake up. Hi.
Aww.
Hope you slept well last night.
She's looking cute.
You were up really late again, weren't you?
I was.
She's
you know that's no
very
excuse.
smiley.
I know, but let me handle all the morning chores for you today.
Aww.
I mean...
Whoa. I guess that's magic. Oh, OP. I haven't had an OP yet. I don't know how much I should be looking at the OP. You know what? I'm not going to look, because they might show the servants in it. I want to wait a bit. In fact, I don't even really want to see who the other masters are yet. It's a good song. It feels very Fate. It fits with the first two openings. Okay. Fate's Day Night 1, A Winter's Day, A Fateful Night. Doing training that Kiritsugu probably taught him. Because I think
Perfect.
Kiritsugu is dead at this point. I think he died at the end of Fate Zero. When he was talking to Shiro.
Thanks, Sakura.
But
You really don't have to do all this.
he's just like hanging with Sakura.
Hey, good morning, Fujine.
Good morning.
Fujine? So that's Christina V's voice? She really sounds like Christine Marie Cavanos.
Oh my, Shiro.
Oh my god!
What? Talk about a bad combination. This stuff.
I snuck in and swapped the labels on the sauce.
Can't believe you're gonna be 25. But I guess you'll always be the same old Fujine.
Look at that dance.
It's payback from yesterday.
She was in the prologue, I think. She ran up the stairs, or she ran down the
I was
stairs.
thinking that
I don't have nearly enough time to score some tests this morning. So I gotta run or I'll never get it done. Thank you. Well, I'm out of here.
Oh my god!
Sakura, let's just as ever.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the right sauce on it, I'm sure it was.
Look, I know that she's the landlord's daughter, but why does she have
Landlord's
to eat here
daughter.
every single day? I accidentally called her by her nickname.
If that's the case, then you deserve to. You should be careful.
What's their
She hates her
nickname?
nickname. Double check the gas valve every day.
Sakura is so upbeat. I didn't expect her to be this, like, chipper
I think you
after Fate Zero. I thought she would be such a, like, sad, quiet, monotone girl.
I'll cook something for dinner you like tonight, okay?
Oh. She really takes care of him. How'd their
This
relationship
budgeting
start?
priorities are completely out of whack. Yeah,
I can.
that's a relief.
I'll have it fixed in a jiffy.
Oh,
You say,
is this
"Wait outside."
when... This is when Rin comes in.
I'll get out of your way.
So we're now just seeing all this from his perspective. Oh my gosh.
There are two spots where the heating element is about to break.
Oh, this is cool.
Heat.
Tosaka.
Yeah, here's Rin. She's like, I decided to come in early, and he got a little annoyed.
Didn't count.
Me clubs. So why are you here so early?
I felt like it, that's all.
Thanks a lot. I asked you for your help and then you ended up doing everything. I'm very sorry, Emiya.
It didn't take him long.
Okay.
I'd appreciate it if you'd take a look at it anyway. I mean, it looked
Yeah, just in
lifeless
case.
to me, but
Okay. I'll give it a try.
And then this is when he's like, I didn't know you came in this early or something.
I didn't know you came to school this early.
Yeah. Okay. Might have a budding romance going on, although
all right.
he seems to have something with
Busy bee this
Sakura.
morning, Emiya.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a
I was wondering
sisterly
what you've
thing
been
with
up to
Sakura.
after quitting.
You were never good at mending bows. Or restringing them, for that matter.
This guy gets humbled in every conversation.
So stay out of the dojo if you know what's good for you.
Mato's a
So,
real jerk.
he
Talking to you
was
that
in
way when
archery?
He was the one who single-handedly drove you from the club.
Which would have been
It's
why
okay.
Reen was
That's
watching.
just how you get used to it the longer you know him.
Because Reen seems to
You
like
do you?
Shiro.
Yes, I'm afraid you do. Jumora is about to barrel in.
Yes, made it on time. Yay. Good morning. I'm going to take attendance now.
Okay, Miss Fujimura is Fujine.
I'm afraid not, he say. What's wrong with helping others?
I mean, yeah, if you like it, if
Well,
it's
you
not hurting
shouldn't
your
think
life.
that.
Keep going like this, it'll burn you out.
Thank you.
It's a-
That's duly noted.
It's a nice thing for a friend to say,
I'm all done.
is to like make sure you're okay. So this is the night that Reen summons her summon. Is this Ilya? It must be Ilya, right? I was gonna say is it Irisfeel, but no, it's gonna be Ilya.
Don't summon yours soon. You're gonna die.
Oh
Big
shit.
brother.
Shit. Oh yeah, I guess they would be brothers. I mean, siblings. Both parented by Kiritsugu.
My dream when I grow up is to become a hero of justice. It was quite a
Agree with me? Cook your own damn meal for once.
Sakura, dear. Refill, please.
This is like a strange found family that these three have. It's not at all what I would have expected, having seen Fate Zero. Mostly Sakura's involvement in it.
All right, trace on.
It's the warehouse where Maya died.
Tracing basic structure.
Trace on.
Altering structure. Begin.
Ooh. Seems like he's got a kind of cool power.
Materials. This is so basic. I can't believe I still can't do it. I'll always be a novice.
Well, you gotta summon your servant.
Can't figure it out. How am I gonna become a hero of justice?
He wants to be... Oh, yeah, that's right. He took on Kiritsugu's wish to be a hero. Is that an omelette?
Sakura? Wait a second.
Her hand?
What's wrong?
It's Shinji again, isn't it?
What?
What's he thinking to his sister?
What?
No, my brother didn't hurt me. I am.
Here's a motto.
Fell earlier today.
You can't get a bruise like that from falling. Knew it.
But my brother had nothing to do with this, honest. I got hurt by myself, and that's all.
What are you apologizing for, Sakura? Shinji's the one to blame.
Oh, Shiro!
Well, theoretically,
Such a
he's not the one to
famous
blame,
omelets
sounds
I
like.
smell.
If you believe her. Ooh. Seems like some fun options
Going
there.
for the chef's choice for lunch today, huh?
It's her brother that's the problem. He's been tearing into the first-year boys.
He seems like a douche, Shinji
From what I hear,
Mato.
He got into.
Yeah, Shinji does have a nasty temper, all right.
I'm just worried that he'll do something to her for revenge.
Aww.
Then again, you probably don't know since you quit the club.
Yeah, so she's been coming to see him,
I'm telling you, it was
but he quit.
hilarious.
I imagine, is what I'm guessing.
There's no one to stop.
Hey, you there!
Uh-oh. Oh. Do you think he's spying on
Shinji
people?
Mato, I hate to break it to
Oh,
you,
it's this
but
girl.
Green
I remember
Tosaka
her.
isn't going to show up. No matter how long.
Maki, this guy doesn't match
Maki,
the
that's right.
description Mitsuzuri gave. Doesn't have seaweed hair either.
The way I see it, he base this stupid looking can only belong to Shinji Mato.
You've got it all wrong.
See what I mean? That's what the bad guys always say.
Wait a second. I'm sorry, but would you mind showing your student ID to us?
That's a good idea.
Sure.
This girl's the only level-headed one. Well, that's not true. The other girl seems level-headed. It's just that Maki isn't.
Wrong guy.
That Emiya? The guy who fixes all her gear whenever he has a moment to spare. That one? The Hara Brownie?
He's
You
a
know, I've
very
never heard that
respectable guy.
nickname. President of the track club.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Did something happen to her?
She stayed home and said she wasn't coming in today.
Yeah. She says she's got a cold, so she's gonna hang out in bed today.
But
Can
she
you
was
believe
actually
a
just
law
hanging with
student
her.
Like her is capable of catching a common cold.
We're very sorry, Emiya. Especially for our exotic beast here.
I like this
But
woman.
you shouldn't be here either. Weren't you told? that
She's
students
tapping
in the
out.
meetings were... There was a terrible murder at an intersection very near our
Oh,
school.
Jesus.
Of a
Oh.
family of four. Parents and older daughter was stabbed to death. Killer is
Jesus.
still at large.
Helping others and being a hero of justice aren't the same thing.
Yeah, Kiritsugu wasn't just helping people fix things to be a hero.
Yes, I see.
Oh, shit!
Thank you.
Speaking of... Oh, we're gonna see little bits of Kiritsugu in this series? I guess we... Yeah, I guess that
Hello.
makes sense.
Suppose I'll come right out and ask you which you would prefer.
Oh, this is
Being
when he
sent off
adopted
to
him?
An orphanage.
You. I choose you.
Then let's get you dressed right away. You need to get acclimated.
The other kids
to
are
your
so
new home
jealous.
as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah.
You see, Shiro, I am a mage.
I just remembered how, like, happy he was to save Shiro. So that's why he sounded so
It's too
soft
early to
there.
go to work.
Because, like, Shiro was his salvation.
He's alive. Thank God.
Yeah, here it is.
He's alive. I'm so glad I found you.
I asked Kiritsugu if he could have saved everyone back then. And if he could, why didn't he?
It's complicated.
Choosing to save someone means choosing not to save another. You see, you can only save those who belong to your side.
I don't care about salvation that's limited to a set number of people.
He's very much like
Can't bear seeing others
Kiritsugu.
who I didn't know die
He's on the
like
bridge.
they did that day.
Is this when Rin sees him? Yep, he looks up. Yeah. Yes, it is. I just realized this is another double-length episode.
Wasn't it?
I'm happy to hear it. I just didn't realize when I clicked on this episode that it was going to be 40 minutes long.
Don't worry. I sent one of my guys with her, so she'll be fine.
You know, you
One of the
should've
guys,
let
the
it go.
blonde
You're
guy.
a teacher, after all.
Yeah, this blonde guy.
If I did, my stomach always waits patiently for you on work days.
It does, huh? You do know that you have the option of eating dinner at your own house, don't you? Nah, that's okay. I don't want it either.
Oh my god.
But more importantly, Shiro, I'm really, really hungry. I've been waiting like a good...
Sorry, but after tonight I won't be able to help out with dinner for a while. I hope you don't mind.
It's the weekend. You should be hanging out with your friends.
Does she have friends?
If anything comes up, don't hesitate to come to the dojo and I'll see what I can do. It's not like I'm goofing off just because it's the weekend.
She's so cute.
You didn't get the wrong idea about all this.
Yeah.
I understand.
She wants him to
Something
know
comes up,
that
I'll
he's
go to the
number
dojo.
one.
Where'd this come from?
You had a
I cut
similar...
myself when I was tinkering with my old junk.
Or
It doesn't hurt, so I'm sure it'll fade soon.
is it the
My hand's fine. Nothing to worry
seal
about.
coming in?
You say so, then I won't worry.
Although, I don't know. Do command seals slowly appear? I thought they just, like, appeared all at once. Oh, and he feels the barrier or whatever that Rien felt. But he probably doesn't know what it is.
Maybe I'm just...
I don't know how much he knows about
to you,
magic.
Enya.
I know he was
It
raised
looks
by
like we'll have all the
Kiritsugu, but...
equipment. I need to talk to you right now. It'll just take a minute.
About Sakura?
A minute. Isn't that right, ladies?
Girls,
Hang
can't
on.
you see how
This is about the
douchey
bruise
that
on
is
Sakura's hand.
as a response to someone?
What? Now listen to me, Emiya. You're starting to get on my nerves.
You don't like her
Why
being
do you
referred
care
to?
about someone else's sister? Wait a minute. Is Sakura going around saying that I beat her or something?
No, she's not.
There you see, the dojo's kind of a mess right now and could use quite a bit of serious attention.
Oh my
Since
god,
you've
he's
got all
taking
this free
advantage of
time,
this
maybe you could
situation
clean
hard.
up.
Didn't Miss Fujimura specifically tell you to do that?
True,
You should do it. She's gonna get mad.
It'll be fine.
ladies.
Besides, if I start...
I'm sorry you have to do all of this.
Yeah. Why are you still hanging with him? You can see how much of a douche he is when he's not talking to you. Like, plain as day. At that point, I'd be like, actually, I think you're a bad guy.
Place never changes.
You're just kissing up to us because we're pretty girls. This show is so much more low-key to start than Fate Zero. It's crazy. Fate Zero is like so intense. Oh my god. I mean, this is gonna get intense. Yep. And this is when he starts to run. And then gets killed. Oh, that was the same shot as Rin running in that area. Oh man, that's scary. Whoa, cool shot. So sick.
Yo.
Oh. God damn. You stabbed him while you were still in spirit form and then made your form? That seems bullshit.
Blame your own pathetic life that you were born without luck or power.
Jesus.
You make me do some really nasty jobs.
I miss the old
It's a
Lancer.
sick joke for a hero to have to act.
If his heart was hit, there's no way to save him.
Oh, we're gonna see like her face seeing his face?
Why are you here?
Oh, no, we didn't. Okay. Oh, he took it? But didn't Archer end up getting it back? How'd Archer get it back then? Did Archer come here to get the necklace? The pendant?
They weren't ordinary humans.
Do you not know about servants
I
at
was
all?
nearly killed by one of them. I wish I could at least say thank you to them.
Oh, Lance is up there. Oh, shit! Jesus! You haven't even summoned Saber yet. Maybe you don't summon Saber.
So much for trying to
Or
be
do you
considerate.
accidentally do
It
it?
hurts more if you see it coming.
Oh, you have to do
believe
it
that I gotta kill
soon.
the same person twice in one day. Era.
Trace.
Whoa. Okay, okay.
This time, kid, you're going straight to the afterlife.
What's he doing with Trace?
Strengthening.
Oh. For him to even block
Wow.
one attack is kind of
That's
crazy.
a rather odd trick.
Because this is Lancer. This is a heroic
But I
spirit.
sense mana in you.
Nice. Smart. How does Saber come into this? Oh my god. Well, okay. I guess the ring is already made in the basement.
You a chance, kid, but
Or in
you
the,
blew it.
you know, in the storehouse or whatever. Because it was under boxes or something.
Up already, damn it.
And it's already... Oh, whoa!
Checkmate.
He
That
used
last
the thing
move
to
was pretty
block.
surprising, kid.
That was cool.
Well, even if you were, this is the end for you.
Screw all this.
Oh.
And so I'm not going to let myself be killed that easily.
How does this work?
And I can't do that if I'm dead.
Because I didn't think you could accidentally
for
summon
no
a
reason.
servant.
Not by a bastard like you.
Oh,
No
that's
matter
so cool.
what it costs me.
Oh, and there's the Avalon.
The seventh servant is here?
Are you worthy to be my master?
I don't know. I think so. He seems like a great guy. I think you'll like him more than you like Kuritsugu.
I have come in response to your summons. Your order, master.
How did he summon her?
Your fate is now my fate. Our pact
Fate.
is now sealed.
They mentioned fate.
Wait, what do you mean by our pact?
Oh! You're not gonna like this Lancer as much. Although, I don't know. Maybe he's got a similar honorable spirit that you'll appreciate. Oh! Oh, this is fucking awesome. The sounds that the metal's making sounds like Half-Life metal sounds. Oh!
Concealing your weapon like some kind of a coward?
Simply standing there will give Spearman a bad name. If you will not come to
Before you do, let me ask you this.
Who are
Is a
you?
sword?
perhaps, perhaps not. It may be a battle axe or a polearm.
I have one more question for you. Since this is our first meeting,
What's your
would you
name?
like to just call it a draw?
Oh.
I think not. You will fall here, Lance.
I keep thinking they're gonna ask each other's name. Oh, he's using it. Oh, the music. The atmosphere, the colors.
Ready? Bulg!
Oh. Whoa. That's so sick. Oh. Holy shit. Damn. A curse.
The blow reverses cause and effect?
Oh,
That was
reverse is
Gable,
called.
Ireland's child of light.
Huh?
If I use that move, it has to be fatal or I'm in big trouble.
Ireland's child of light?
My master, but if you do, you had better prepare yourself to die.
Damn,
Wait.
man.
Hey, are you all right?
Damn.
As such, could you please call me Saber?
My name is Shiro. Shiro Emiya.
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 Yes, you recognize it.
You are my master all the same.
Wait, isn't it weird to start calling me master all the time like that?
Then I shall call you Shiro.
Okay.
The sound of that is quite pleasing to my ears.
That's the same as what Archer said about Reen.
What the hell?
That's
Those
a
are
cool
one of
looking
one's command seals.
command seal.
Try to Shiro, please heal me.
You're asking me to
I
do
don't
that?
think he can do
Sorry,
that.
but
I shall face them in my current condition then.
Oh my god.
There are 2 enemies outside.
Yep, this
One
is
more battle
Archer.
should not pose a problem for me.
This is where we left off. And it's probably where we're gonna leave off again.
Stop!
Oh shit, are you using a command? Oh no! I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Are you in? That's how it is to be, my good novice master.
I mean,
For
this
starters, good evening.
ED? Is this ED? Yes, it is. Aww. Oh, and her at Tokyomi's grave. And maybe Aoi's grave as well, honestly. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop looking now just in case they start showing the other characters. I want to wait a couple more episodes, meet some characters. Okay, having seen this episode, the prologue episode makes so much more sense to me. I now see why it's a prologue. If the show is following Shiro more than it's following Rin, then obviously the prologue is a very different feel. And then also, I didn't realize this episode would just be going over the stuff that we had already seen, but from Shiro's perspective, which makes a lot of sense, because now, if you hadn't seen the prologue episode, you're still basically caught up. You're still basically at the same point, right? Like, in this episode, there wasn't much that happened in this episode that I was, like, that in terms of the story progressed anything. In terms of learning about these characters and their relationships to one another, I got a lot of information. But but for the most part, this didn't progress anything. So I can see that, like, you know, they're kind of like alternate routes. Like if you know, maybe in the visual novel it's literally alternate routes, but I don't know. I doubt it. I think it's probably literally just a prologue in the visual novel. Yeah, regardless, cool episode. I really liked it. I'm really curious. I can't help but, like, think about this show from the perspective of, like, if you were watching Unlimited Blade Works first and then you watched Fate Zero, because, like, seeing, you know, SABER and, like, and seeing her for the first time, I feel like in this episode, like, Emiya doesn't know what's going on. And I think that it's part of it that it's like you as an audience might not know what's going on either. And it's trying to, you know, like, keep you with the same kind of levels of information. Like, well, I guess if you watch the prologue, you would know what command seals were. So I guess you're still a little ahead of Emiya. But just, like, you know, we as an audience can watch, having watched Fate Zero, and go like, no, don't use your command seal there, especially not on something like Stop, you know, and especially not on SABER, who I think if you told her to stop without a command seal, she would stop and be like, why? But she would ask. But, like, you know, so SABER is like, you idiot, why are you doing that? And we as an audience can also go like, oh, you idiot, but he doesn't know. Like, why would Emiya know? You know, why would Shiro know that that he can't do that? And he didn't go like, I command you. Like, a lot of characters, when they're using their command seal, they have a speech they do before they use it. They go like, by the power of the holy church and everything that is holy, or whatever, you know. Like, in the last episode, Rin did a whole, like, speech in Latin or some shit before she used the command seal. Now, I don't know if that's just makes it more powerful or more effective, or if, like, Shiro has something particular about him where he doesn't have to do this bullshit. Because also, how do you accidentally summon a servant? I didn't know that was possible. Like, everyone we've seen so far who's summoned a servant has known what servants are and known how to, like known what they were doing when they were bringing them into this world. And it's, like, tends to be quite a difficult thing. Kiritsugu very specifically targeted King Arthur. He really, like, wanted to get King Arthur and straight up got a thing to, like, make it much more likely to happen and stuff, right? So they, like, these characters planned it, and Kiritsugu got the strongest servant by trying to get the strongest servant, whereas Shiro was freaking out, ran into a storehouse that already has the circle drawn on it, and then, like, fucking just had it activated. So I wonder, there's a few things I'm wondering. Firstly, the circle, is the circle left over from like Irisville? Like when, here it is. Like the circle, was it like when Irisville was healing up, like that was the circle used? Because this wasn't where they summoned Saber in Fate Zero. They didn't summon, like they didn't get this warehouse until partway through the show. So, but this is where Irisville was like lying there in the circle and like healing up, right? Is that the same circle? And if so, why is it also a summoning circle? Like, wouldn't they be different things? I don't know how it works. I don't know how the magic system in this works. I mean, maybe it's just like magic circles are just like PowerPoints. Like you can plug a toaster in just as much as you can plug your computer in, and it doesn't make them function any different. So it more matters like what you are putting into it. So it's like maybe you can use a circle for healing someone, or maybe like it's specifically like a magic grail magic circle. Like a Holy Grail magic circle, and because Irisville was like the container for the Holy Grail, like that was how you heal her specifically. You know, that was how you do stuff for her. I don't know. Or is that not related, and that circle was specifically drawn here to summon Saber or to summon a servant? But like long ago, you know, like did Kiritsugu draw this in advance? I don't know, man. I don't think Kiritsugu intended for Shiro to be a master. I don't think. No, because why would he? Because then he's putting him on the same path that Kiritsugu took, which he didn't like that path. So I don't think he would do that. Because it's like, if he's like, oh, well, Shiro can achieve my dream, the one thing Kiritsugu knows is that the Holy Grail can't do it, which is why he was getting it to be destroyed. So like I don't think he'd want Shiro to be on this path. So yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, I don't know. There's still so many questions. But yeah, like I recognize that having watched Fate Zero first, you know, there are things that are spoiled for me that they haven't revealed, right? Like Rin and Sakura are sisters. They haven't mentioned that once in this show so far. So they don't know that, like the viewers of this first wouldn't know that Sakura is actually a Tosaka, right? We don't know, like, you know, who Kirei is, really. We just know he's someone on the other side of the phone who has an awesome voice. We don't know who Saber is at this point. We don't know that she's King Arthur, which obviously would be a bigger twist later, because it's going to reveal that King Arthur is a woman, you know, and it's going to be like, whoa, what? King Arthur's a woman? Obviously, I knew that I knew that even before I watched this show. I knew that was like one of the only things I knew about the show, was that it starred King Arthur, who was a woman. But you know, we don't know that Kirei killed Tokiomi yet in this show, but we also barely know much about Tokiomi at this point. There's a ton of stuff, you know? So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so like, so I understand there's probably going to be things in this show that's like, you know, the music swelling, all this crazy stuff, and it's going to be like, Kirei killed Tokiomi, or whatever, you know, Sakura and Rin are actually sisters, and I'm obviously not going to be shocked. But, like, I still do not regret it in the slightest, because I love the feeling that I feel like if I saw these episodes first, I would be less interested in the show, as I was now, having gone through all of that cool build-up to this. And now I'm getting to kind of enjoy the slice of life. I mean, you know, like, this is more slice of life-y, in that, like, we get to see a bit more of Shiro, like, hanging out and just eating meals with people and stuff. Like, there's more jokes and stuff in this series. It's just more lighthearted, which is interesting, because Fate Zero is pretty, I mean, not to say there aren't jokes. I mean, Ryder was so funny. But like it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's like a funny show. Like it didn't seem like they were doing a bunch of silly bits, you know. Whereas this show is doing a few bits, which is good and fine, and it fits so far what they've set up as the tone of this show. And I'm enjoying it. Like I'm having a great time. But I think like having all of this context is making it so enjoyable for me. But I also am having a bunch of questions, but they're different questions now than I feel like you'd have if you watched this one first. Because my question is like, how did he accidentally summon a servant, you know? Is he kind of legit? Is Shiro kind of legit? Because he, like, at least kind of blocked an attack and dodged a couple attacks from Lancer. Like, we know the heroic spirits are fucking strong. So, like, it seems like that's pretty good, you know? I'm kind of interested in what Saber and Shiro's relationship is going to be. Because the first thing is, they kind of established that seemingly she's going to call him Shiro rather than Master, which may seem like a small thing, but I think that means their dynamic is going to be way different than Saber and Kiritsugu's was. Because, like, right away, Shiro is showing himself as like he has no idea what's going on, whereas Kiritsugu knew everything that was happening and had a plan for everything and actually wasn't filling in Saber on a bunch of stuff, you know. But this time Saber has all the information and Shiro doesn't. So it's definitely going to be a switch. I think Saber is going to feel more like a mentor in this series than in the other one where she's kind of being dragged along. And I don't know, I wonder how I'm going to feel about it, because I'm worried she's going to be too stern with him, especially after Kiritsugu, like, not broke her, but, you know, like, really, like, Kiritsugu and her did not get along. And, I mean, that was, you know, evidenced at the end when she was like, how can I understand a man through only 3 commands, you know? I did see someone say at some point, I don't know if I saw it in my comments or if I saw it somewhere else, but like basically the only times that Kiritsugu spoke to Saber directly were the commands, like directly the commands, you know, otherwise he wasn't really speaking to Saber. So it's like, it was extra, like, when she says, how can I understand a man through only 3 commands, it was extra like, this man and I do not talk to me. This man and I do not talk and do not discuss things. They also had, I guess, the disagreement about the fucking the way he does things, you know, and how he's not a hero. But that was like really far into the war when they finally tried to understand each other, and they talked then, and then they just didn't talk again. I don't think so. So yeah, like, they had a pretty toxic relationship with one another. And so I wonder, like, knowing, like, she immediately picked up that his name is Emiya. So, like, knowing that Shiro is, you know, a descendant of Kiritsugu, not by blood, but, you know, took his name by I can't speak, but I'm kind of excited, which is, I think, is why. He's a descendant by name. So because of that, I wonder if she's going to be more hesitant. Like, did Kiritsugu pass on his shitty attitudes to this kid? Or is she going to be like, you know, maybe even kind of fond about it? Like, maybe it's like, well, like, maybe she's had some time to think about it, or I don't know. Because I also don't know if, like, how it works. She dies at the end of Fate Zero, goes back to her, like, isn't in our world anymore, goes back to that battlefield that she was on. Then she's crying and it seems awful, and then the sun shines in, right? How long is she on that battlefield? Doesn't matter. Like I feel like it's probably like it's a time outside of time and space. Like it's their own thing. So there's no, like, technically no time passes, but at the same time she probably felt like time passed. So what did it feel like for her? Did she feel like she was stuck on the battlefield for 100 years? Did she feel like it was exactly the same amount of time as it was on Earth? Or did she feel like it was instant? You know, she went onto the battlefield, cried about it for a second, right away, beam comes down, she gets summoned, she stands up and goes, I'm your master. I mean, I'm your servant. I don't know. Shiro is a douche, huh? No, not Shiro. What's his name? Shinji. Shinji is a douche, huh? Sorry, Shiro. Shiro is not a douche. Shiro is a good guy. Shinji is a douche. Not much to say there. But yeah, so Shinji, I picked up that he was a Mato last episode. So yeah, he's brother and sister with Sakura, you know, again, not by blood, but by family. And seems like for Shiro to have that reaction of like, did he hit you again or whatever? Like, it seems like he's done it before. So maybe that's not the case now, but maybe he's done it before. Also, like, we saw the mark on her hand, but then later we saw Shiro had a mark on his hand that slowly became the command seal. So the mark on her hand could have been the command seal. Shinji actually didn't do anything. He's still a douche. I mean, like, undoubtedly. Absolute douche. But I wonder if that means Sakura is going to be a master, which makes sense. That was the whole point, right? She's supposed to be the Mato's master. So that she can, you know, fight for the Matos and win. Although that would have meant that she has already summoned her servant. Because all of the summons had been done already as of the start. Oh, I guess as of the end of the first day, I think, that we did this episode of. Like, I think by the end of the day is when Rin comes home and gets the voicemail from Kirei that's like, all of the servants have been claimed except for Archer and Saber. And we know who takes Archer and who takes Saber. So therefore, all of the other masters would have had to have done it beforehand, which means during this episode, I think when they're having that conversation, the servants should have already been summoned in, which means if she was a master, she should already have her servant, which means the command seals should already be there. So maybe the command seals were there, and she covered it up with makeup or something, and it just looks splotchy, and so that's why she's like, oh no, it's obvious. Or is it like she had the command seals, she already used all three of them? Like, that would be fucking wild, but imagine that. Or did she like transfer the command seals to someone and that's just like what's remaining? Like, or I don't know. I don't know what else it could be. But Sakura being a master is something I never really thought about, even though that was the whole point in Fate Zero. Was that was gonna be the case, but then I never thought about it. I guess part of me thought that that Karia was gonna save her, you know, and that she was like at the end of the series she wasn't gonna be a Mato anymore. Like, I didn't think she was gonna. Yeah, I mean, I thought, I didn't think he was gonna win the Holy Grail, but I thought he was gonna find a way to save her, or Zoken would die in some way or something, and she would be free. But I didn't think it would. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I never really considered her actually being a master. But my other thought is, this would be weird and crazy, but is it possible Shinji's the master? Because he's just a scumbag and he's been given a lot of screen time, so I'm thinking, like, you know, they could have it. But then aren't you having like a lot of high schoolers? So far we've got Shiro and Rin, and theoretically, possibly Sakura. And so, like, if Shinji was also then like a a master, then you would have a bunch of high schoolers, which is wild because like there was Waver in the first show who was a university student, I think he was a university student or maybe a late high school student, but it seems like he was in a university lecture in that first episode. So and then Ryunosuke also seems like a college kid, I guess. So yeah, like it feels like it'd be weird if it's like choosing, but then again, like how long is it supposed to be between Holy Grail Wars? Because I feel like it's been a short time since the last one. So I wonder why that is, or if I misunderstood. Like, it's possible I misremembered. Do I have my notes from Fate Zero Episode 1? I have ReZero on here. Solo leveling, blue box. When did I start Fate? ReZero again. There's more ReZero. Because I don't remember. Oh, Fate Zero. Okay. So I can just go back a little bit. I'm almost there. That was Fate Zero Episode 4. That's 2. I kind of want to go to Fate Zero Episode 1 and see. Did I not write it? Did I not write how long it takes between each war? Maybe not. Okay, fair enough. I wonder if I can go back to episode 1 and find it. See if I can find where they say it. Okay, I just found it. Went to the back to the first episode. Waver is like going through the thing. He does say once every 60 years it reappears. So it hasn't been 60 years yet. Like it can't have been. No, because Rin isn't 60 years old. Like, so I wonder why this is happening. I don't necessarily need an answer from the comments. I mean, also, I may be super far ahead on by the time you watch this. But like, I'm curious. I'm wondering like why it's happening, and also why are people seemingly not shocked about it? Like, has it changed? Has the rules changed? Has the Holy Grail changed the way it does things, and we've known about it for a couple years at this point and have been ready for it? Because once every 60 years, I always thought that was quite a lot. And now that we're in this series, and I'm pretty confident that it hasn't been 60 years, just because like I think initially what I said, because I brought this up when we were watching Fate Zero, I was like, hang on, isn't it supposed to be once every 60 years? But I know Rin doesn't look like she's 60 years old from the design I know, right? I'd said that, but I thought, like, is it possible she had some sort of, like, immortality, or, like, you know, she's a mage and she, like, you know, adjusted her body so she didn't age as much or something, you know? But now that we also have, like, Shiro as a sticking point, and I mean Kirei, well, actually I don't know how old Kirei is. I was gonna say Kirei should be dead at this point if it was 60 years, but that's not necessarily true. So we know it's been at least, I don't know, 8 years or whatever. Like Fate Zero had like a, you know, this many years later. But I don't know if I wrote that down, but it said like a certain amount of years later when he was talking to Shiro. So it's probably been, I don't know, 10 years or something. They might have said it in episode 1, in the prologue of this, actually, when Rin was talking about the final battle of the last Holy Grail War. Or maybe not. Maybe she just said the final battle of the last Holy Grail War. Regardless, why did I bring that up? That it felt like it wasn't 60 years. I don't know why I brought that up. So I guess it doesn't matter. So let me look back at my notes. So yeah, Sakura's a master, maybe. We don't know that, but I'm just I'm just speculating now. Fujine, which is Miss Fujimura, she seems cool. I like her. Sakura, that was also what I wanted to talk about in regards to Sakura. And look, I'm going to talk about the female characters quite a lot because I like female characters. Sakura is so much more chipper than I expected her to be, because like I thought that she was going to be like, I mean, like at the end of Fate Zero, she was like, yes, exactly, that's why you should never go against Grandpa, or whatever she did, right? And she just like talks with a straight face and speaks like this, and I thought that maybe in the series she would be like that. But then we see her here, and she's like really cute and sweet, and like loves Emiya, it seems like, and it's like a really adorable relationship that they got going on. So I am surprised by that. She, I guess, maybe started growing up as a normal girl, which makes me a bit relieved. Like, it seemed like in Fate Zero she was gonna have a life of torture, but it seems like she just had a childhood of torture. Like, I'm not gonna say just as in that's not that bad, but like it wasn't as long as I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be like, until she's 60 years old, we're gonna be feeding worms into her throat. And I mean, maybe it still is. Maybe she's still, like, when she said, like, oh no, I've got a thing to do with the dojo. Like, maybe she's actually going to get worms in her throat. Although, that wouldn't work, because she said, like, if anything goes wrong, come get me from the dojo or whatever. Which means she has to be there. Otherwise, he'd go there, and she wouldn't be there, and she wouldn't want to tank that reputation loss from Emiya, I don't think. She wouldn't want Emiya to go to the dojo, not find her there, and then go, well, Sakura's not reliable. Even though that's not what he'd do, but that's what she thinks he would do, I think, because she is really scared about his opinion of her by the looks of it, because it seems like she likes him. Which makes me think, in Fate Zero, there's that bit where Tokiomi and Karia are speaking, and Tokiomi says, well, and Karia says, like, you know, you don't even care that you might be pitting, like, sister against sister? And Tokiomi's like, no, I don't give a fuck. Well, in fact, he was like, well, yes, I do care. I like that because it means they both got a chance to be mages or whatever. But, like, I feel like we might be pitting sister against sister, but not even necessarily just in the Holy Grail War. There might be a fucking love triangle going on here, because I think it's been, you know, it seems like it's been pretty heavily implied that Rin has a crush on Emiya just because she's being very tsundere with him. But she's like, you know, analyzing whether or not they said hi to each other. It seems like she went to the archery or whatever, or the dojo or whatever, to watch Emiya, and then stopped coming when he was no longer there. She also like spotted him on the street and like made note of him, and then like referred to him as an acquaintance or whatever, but like clearly there was something. And then she used her like life-saving pendant to save his life. Which I don't think she would have done for just anyone, because it seemed like that was a very important pendant. It was a very important pendant. We know it was. It was left to her by her dad. So like, I think, you know, it could be just that, like, she just cares about him, obviously. I'm not going to say everything between a guy and a girl has to be a romantic thing, even if they care about each other. That's not true. But it's an anime. we can kind of figure out that, like, a lot of the time when they're dropping hints like that, it's because there's like a romantic thing. But also Sakura, possibly there's a romantic thing there. That's hard to tell, because it could either be she is a very well, it could be the simple thing, which is she has a crush on him and likes to help him out, or it could be that she like respects him a lot and loves him like a brother, because they seem to have like kind of a found family thing going on there. So they love each other like siblings because they kind of grew up together, and she gets because she's, I guess, isn't a super social person, she gets like really attached to people, you know? Like I can see that also being a thing where it's like, it's not necessarily that she loves him, but she is very attached to him and clingy. So that could be the case as well. But I think it's more likely that she has a bit of a crush on him. And so I wonder if they're being pitted against each other, even in love, which is gonna be sad. Because I don't know who I'd want to root for in that situation. Like Reen to me feels like the main character. She's gonna win that type of deal. But I feel like it's not a romance show, so I feel like neither are gonna win. A lot of the times in these shows, like they're too action heavy. The most they do is imply, you know, they talk about that how they love each other or whatever. Either they imply that they like each other but never do anything about it, or they do something about it but they make a reason that they can't be together, such as one of them dies, or they have to leave each other behind to do something, or something along those lines, you know? So like maybe we get one kiss but then they don't end up being a couple. And I'm saying this with anger because I wish more I wish more series with action and shit would also just allow characters to become a couple, and that's fine, and also continue the show. You know, you don't it's fine for characters to be a couple and not just to have like a will they won't they the entire time, and also for that not to be the final episode of the show. But whatever. That's like a small little writing thing that I've always wanted the industry, all of the industry, not just anime, not just Hollywood, not like every fucking piece of media, like it treats romance in a way that I wish it treated it more casually, because I think it's more fun when there's some casualness to it. But you know, there are more shows, I feel like more romance shows than ever that have like the characters getting together and then the show keeps going. But there's not enough as far as I'm concerned, and I want that to happen in non-romance shows as well, please. Anyway, let's see. I've got several other notes, but I'm actually trying to pick and choose which ones I talk about, because I don't want to burn myself out. We saw Ilya in this episode just for a little bit. Interesting. She's not like held up in a castle with the Ironsburn. She's like here. So why is she here? Because like I thought she would have to be with the Ironsburns in that castle place forever, but I guess not. At least until she's like 18, which I don't think she is here. So I don't know. I liked Maki in this episode. That girl that's just like, she's just really aggressive randomly. She's kind of like Shinji in that she gets humbled really quickly, but unlike Shinji, she doesn't double down when called out, which makes it way better. And also, she's not getting humbled for like she has like somewhat of a point when she's talking, but she just talks too much and a little out of her ass. But like in the prologue, she's talking about Reen and is saying like, oh, we can't hang out with Reen because every time we're there, it's like boys are just looking at us all the time or whatever. But like I just get completely ignored. And like that, she's not even really bad mouthing Rin there. She's actually just like kind of saying, you know, Reen is someone who is like people look at and talk to a lot, and it makes me feel inferior. But then like Reen was there, and then she was like, Reen, I'm kidding around. I'm just like whatever. Like I mean that you could argue that's kind of doubling down, but it seemed like the tone she had to me was like somewhat apologetic. And in this episode, she straight up like puts her head on the ground and apologizes to Emiya and like straight up, you know, takes the L. So I appreciate that. But she's funny. I like her. Which is fun. I like that there are some side characters in this show that feel like they're probably not going to be a part of the Holy Grail War, but just, you know, add some personality to it. Something we didn't really get in Fate Zero. I mean, there was most of the characters, other than the Reen episode where we got some of the classmates, I feel like for the most part, the characters were either directly involved in the war or they weren't like named characters. So, but yeah, I don't know what. First of all, I don't know who Ireland's Child of Light would be. I don't know anything about history. I cannot tell you a single famous Irish person from history or currently. Can I? What about that guy the blind guy, blind British comedian? I can't remember his name. I feel like his last name's like McLaughlin or something, but I don't know. There's that guy. A lot of people I think of are like Scottish. Is David Tennant's like Scottish, I think, right? Ed Sheeran has Irish heritage, I think. Anyway. So, but like, I definitely can't name like Irish historical figures. So I wonder who he is. And they said, SABER said like, your weapon reversed cause and effect. Is that what she said? I wrote it down like 40 seconds after she said it because I was confused by it. Let me see if I can get to that point. Where it happened. Gay Bog. He did say gay, but it was GAE, like the Irish gay. Your Island's Child of Light. But I'm looking for where she says about the move. Where did she say about the move? I guess it's beforehand. It's probably here. A curse? No, an attack that reverses cause and effect. Reverses cause and effect. So that's confusing. How do you... Okay, so reverses cause and effect. So the cause is you stab, and the effect is you stab. Like you get a wound. So if you reverse that, you stab and you don't get a wound. Like what? I don't know what it could mean. So they might explain it in more detail later. But just for her to make that judgment right off the bat, and I was like, how do you know that, and what does that mean? I got no idea. Anyway, that's Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works episode 1. That was a long discussion, I feel like. And a 50-minute episode again, but it fucking flew by. Like, I'm gonna feel like, I imagine the next episodes are 20 minutes each, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, from now on they're like half-hour episodes, which makes sense but sucks because I'm now attached to these 40-minute episodes. I really like the 40-minute episodes. And I don't normally say that. I'm normally someone who I say like half an hour is like the perfect length for a show, and I stick by that. But if I really love a show this much and I'm just this invested in it, like I would take 40-minute episodes for this show, you know? So yeah, anyway, that's Fate Unlimited Blade Works episode 1. Thanks for watching. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions and early access. I can't tell you how many extra episodes we have on there right now. It's at least 3, but it may be more. Go check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.